welcome back to the We're doing
The party going!
We've got the Christmas rave going on here. I'm in the jungle. I live in the taxman because I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Kiki, hi. Hi, Kiki from the platform.
And we've got an episode for you today.
Absolutely, man. And I am Daddy Elf today.
Daddy Elf, yeah, look.
Daddy Elf, yeah, you know.
Well,
So-
you got to tell us the reason why you're an elf, Martin.
Yeah. Because everyone knows me. I'm short. So I said to my kids, "Are you taking the piss, Daddy Elf? Come on, it should be Santa, not Daddy Elf."
Here's the plus side, though. I'll tell you the plus side of that. Because you're not Santa, you ain't got to get anything. You ain't got to get any of the gifts.
Yeah, unfortunately, Daddy Elf still has to, but Mummy Elf does, or his mummy Santa.
Mummy Santa, yeah.
I've been made redundant, mate. What can I say? Look, I've got my snow jumper on. I've got my windows.
Look at that.
Eyes going. You know.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah. I like my ears though.
Oh yeah, they do. You got 4 ears now. 4.
Yeah,
you
man.
can.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to need to do a lot of listening in this
Which
episode.
way should I wear it?
That looks good, actually. That looks good, like
Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Right,
That looks good. That looks good.
There you go. All right.
Although it keeps vanishing.
Hey,
but that's
well,
good.
last week you had your glasses on. And
Yeah, no
I got
glasses today. I'm in the
my
jungle.
hat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's the rumble in the jungle. Can
It
you
is,
remember
man.
that?
Yeah.
Can you remember that? Right.
No.
So this episode, we're going to make you billionaires. Yes or no?
We're going to share a strategy, a formula that you can follow step by step.
It could be mind blowing, or it could go completely tits up.
Yeah.
But
But
it
you
could be
won't lose a
mind
lot.
blowing.
We've been working on this the whole week. This
We have.
grinding
We have.
25 hours a day for you guys, working on
We've
this
been
formula.
thinking about you guys, thinking, how can we make our audience rich? Because that's what we're about, without taking too many risks. But how can we make our audience rich, man? And become a billionaire like Kiki Saab, man.
The thing is, this lifestyle isn't that good because, I have to stay hidden in the jungle now because obviously everyone's after me now. Everyone wants a bit. The tax man's running. So this is a real billionaire's lifestyle like this.
Yeah, man. Just hiding. It's like Elon Musk.
So we got a lot to good stuff for you today. Yeah. But as we've already, Martin, we already stepped into this whole metaverse universe.
We have, and we are in the metaverse. So
yeah,
get up, man.
We're going to be talking more about it today. More specifically, looking into some specific projects and coins that could be something, basically, especially if this, as I believe, it's already started, but we're yet to see the actual growth of the metaverse. But if this does turn into something, and we've seen everything turn into something,
it could become like Bitcoin. It could.
Yeah.
Serious. In all seriousness, right? If, and there's a big if, right?
Yeah, massive if.
Because I'm an old fogey, although I've got the elf hat on. I'm an old elf, right? I'm an old elf. And the old elves always say, that don't make sense, man. But if it does become big, and like you were saying, the younger generation, if it does become big, then I think this could really go stellar. If, and the big word, operative word is if. If, because you were saying about Nike, right? So Nike, I read Nike are getting into the meta universe. They're selling, oh my God, man.
Digital Nikes.
Yeah, as a businessman, I'm thinking, what the margins are gonna be. You don't need to manufacture, you just
nothing,
right?
You sell them for not even the same price, more expensive than your normal trainers.
Think about that. Think about the profit margins. So Nike are thinking about getting into it. Yeah, and creating a Nike store and stuff like that. So you can buy, you can already buy your Nike traders in your Meta universe and chill out with mates, you know. So there'll be all the other brands getting into it. I'll tell you what, if they start getting into it and people start, and the hype keeps, yeah, it's almost like a snowball effect, right? And the snowball effect is one pushes and then it builds up momentum, then without everyone realizing it's there. Right? If you, I don't know if you can ever remember the good old days of Bitcoin. You were probably too young, Kiki.
I was too young, too naive. I was small. Don't remember those days.
Anyway, I'm going to share a story with my audience, right? On how I got it wrong. Hold on, I'm just going to keep. Yeah, so yeah, a mate of mine, a very good mate, landlord, he actually said to me, and I think hit at the time in the early days, hit about 400, right? Went up to about 1200, something like that. And this guy's, yeah, we went out for a drink and he said to me, Matt, listen, he said, you can afford a couple of grand. He said, stick some in. And yeah, and it was to my own detriment. I did not, I just thought, do you know what? That don't make sense to me. I won't, oh yeah, I'll think about it. It then dropped from, I think, 1200 or 2000, whatever it was, to 400 or 800, right? I went, yeah, and it was me. Oh, yes, I told you so. Anyway, he kept on with it, right? He will remain nameless. He's probably made $500,000 out of it, right? Serious money, right? And that was right to my own detriment, and I didn't get into it until a lot later, right? But the signs were there in front of my face, and he was absolutely right. And where he was absolutely right was, he said, you can afford to lose a couple of grand. It ain't gonna make you poor. Why don't you just give it a shot? And me being, the way I was quite skeptical about it, and I didn't take it. Now, had I taken it, yeah, I wouldn't have bought a couple of grand. I'd have bought a lot more. But then the psychology of it is, because it's already written, you always think, oh, it's already gone up now. I'm going to leave it alone. But not realizing the snowball effect. So if you look at Bitcoin, it just shot up, didn't it? I mean, now there's people bigging it up because they bought it bloody late.
Yeah.
They bought it late. They need to big it up. They do need to pick it up. That's not saying Bitcoin's doing anything, but the charts on Bitcoin don't look great. They don't look great. So maybe Bitcoin's had his day in the sun. Maybe it's now as currencies, which is why we're trying to bring our readers into it. Can you afford to lose a couple of £100? Exactly. And we're not guaranteeing it, but what we're saying is it worth a punt? Yeah,
this is coming again. This is coming from us, not financial advice. So the question is, Martin, can we afford to lose a couple of quid or a couple of whatever? You know, I think the big thing here is, obviously when we started talking about last time, is whether or not we like it, whether or not we understand it. Right? These things have to sort of, like, we have to skip over those two steps first and foremost most of the time, right? We have to look at the sort of future of these technologies. We have to look at what is, you know, the new and next generation. What are their behaviors? What are they doing? Like I said to you, just sort of repeating off of last, kids are already buying digital things, digital clothes and digital shoes for their little characters on their games and stuff. Then that becomes into reality. All of a sudden, when you're working in 5 years or whatever, 7 years, 10 years down the line, when you're just putting on your headset and you're meeting up with your work colleagues in a virtual office room, what does your avatar wear? Are you going to buy Next or Hugo Boss suits for your avatar for him to wear, to office? Our suit's going to come back in fashion, but digital suits, right? So
I've just thought of an idea. What you've been talking, an idea, you know me.
Yeah. The light shines.
Because I wear my hat. I get these things. You know, I used to be in fashion, as you know, right? I used to be in fashion. Suddenly occurred to me, because a lot of my guys that were in fashion, yeah, we used to supply the multiples, and we were relying on them to supply the trades and make our profit. Hey, if you're an independent designer and you can go out, so independent designers, please share it, right? These guys, you could actually probably create some meta-universe clothes with no manufacturing cost or limited manufacturing cost, apart from your time, and see if those brands then take off, right? Yes, granted, the kids won't necessarily know Nike, Reebok, or some of the biggest stars, right? But me being an entrepreneur will say, okay, well, can I get Snoop Dogg into it, or one of these other guys, right, into it? Or often sometimes brands that are not brands can also take off because of the everyone else talking about it all of a sudden. Anyway, it's just an idea. It's just an idea of artists out there in the meta universe,
thinking of anything. Well, the other thing I want to say actually here as well is, if there's any fellow designers or even fashion designers, whatever it is, any fellow designers, like, there's been a massive period, because obviously I'm in the design industry, there's been a massive period where you've got these sort of websites like Fiverr and all these sort of like places that sort of quote unquote devalue your general designer. So if you're not a person with a business mind or a business head, which normally loads of designers aren't, you just sort of go for whatever there is in the market and whatever salaries, and you don't actually know how to maneuver yourself if you're going for a job or if you start your own business. But now is a really good time for 9 Designs are doing this now. We're researching how we can get, from a design perspective, position ourselves from a marketing perspective into the metaverse universe and into Web3 and all these sort of different new technologies and application. This is a good time for designers, and I'm sure it is for many other people, interior designers, for the virtual houses, whether it's architects. Martin, you was mentioning last video where they're hiring architects to develop these houses in the properties in the metaverse, basically. So start thinking a few steps ahead. And I know I know all of this is absolutely ballistic and it's absolutely drastic and confusing as hell. But honestly, we want to make you feel like literally that we are in very similar boats. Even me, I'm only 25 and I'm in a similar boat to still sort of getting my head around.
It has been. I'm in the grave. You're a has-been.
Even we're trying to get fully our head around this. So it's just one of those things. It's just honestly one of those things. So that's why today we really wanted to talk about 2 specific things. Well, actually, should I pop up the article quickly, that just to show them? I'll put it in.
Please do.
Because obviously, so let me just share my screen, and then obviously we've been doing some research and reading into so obviously the Motley Fool, which a lot of you must probably fool.com, most probably a lot of you follow and stuff, interesting articles on here. But obviously this capturing title, missed out on Shiba Inu, which I know loads of people did. I don't know anyone that has made a killing from it or whatever. But anyways, we know loads of people do.
Yeah, I know of people, but
exactly, not personally for me, but so obviously that the title is very capturing, but for us mainly when we're looking at more specifically in terms of metaverse cryptos as opposed to obviously Shiba. But this is very, I'll also link this in the description so you guys can give it a read. I'm not going to read through the whole article obviously, but obviously you can look at the main sort of things. The Sandbox and Decentraland, where the ticker is Sand and Mana. We'll look at the charts as well in a second. Obviously are the ones that are popping out at the moment. I will also be doing some more research into, obviously it's not just going to be these 2, there will be others as well. There'll be competitors, there'll be other people that are trying to create this sort of create their project. projects, but these are the main, exactly. These are the main two at the moment that are leading the way. So, and when we were saying about, the big guys, celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Adria Simino, I don't know who that is, to be honest, are getting into it, getting into these. I mean, a lot of these projects you would have seen, they get the celebrity whole thing going and to try and push it. We had, I think LeBron was involved in one. We had Stephen Curry as well in the NBA and stuff in USA. A lot of US. I don't think I've seen a British athlete involved in anything yet. I don't think, or someone
too conservative. We're too conservative.
We're too conservative, yeah, exactly. So, so it's interesting. Hey,
Mo,
that is a way.
Mo, if you're listening, mate.
Yeah,
Mo, if you're listening, I love you, man, but you've got to get in touch.
He should do one of the fast track, like Solana, like how quick it is basically. He should be like run as fast as Solana, exactly. Running with him.
Get Mo on, he'll be there. And Lewis, bad luck, mate.
Unlucky.
That was a steal, right? They robbed you. But listen, mate, we can make it in the meta universe. You can still be a 8-time world champion. Lewis, come, contact me.
F1.
A big fan.
Building those F1 and Metaverse tracks, mate.
Yeah, man.
That's what we're doing. But yeah, so this again, you guys can read through this. It's interesting things about the most expensive land that sold in the Metaverse so far went for 2.4 million. And in terms of the upside of Metaverse, I mean, we've spoken about this in the last sort of video about what the upside is and the reason why behind it, etc. I think this session is this episode today is more about talking about these two, Sand and Mana, looking into them and seeing if they could be potentials. And we're not saying that we're going to be chucking in 10, 20 grand into this. If we're looking to put anything in, two ways are either I'm going to do it, me personally, if I'm going to put in like £500 or even up to £1,000 or whatever it is into these sort of projects, if I'm happy with them, or even forget happy with them, just to give it a try. Something I'm happy to afford to do is I'm happy to reshuffle my portfolio and then put something into this, because like I said, again, right, and I just want to reiterate this, right? Crypto is one of those things, right, is whether you're in it for the long term, whether you believe in the technology, as I do as well, there is also, as we know, things to be made in the short term, right? But the short term, the assessment of that and the risk analysis of that is you only put in things that you're happy to lose and that you're comfortable that it doesn't make any difference into your life. So these aren't things that you should, if it's long term, just like stocks, your risk value goes up a little bit more, because those things are for the longer term. You're happy for those things to fluctuate. They're going to fluctuate just as you would do with stocks, right? But when it's a short term, you've got to take much more risk, a higher sort of stricter risk assessment with yourself to say, look, if I am going to put something into this,
But the other thing that you've got to bear in mind is that the normal way of valuation is completely different in crypto.
Yes, there
is no 100%. Normal valuation.
There is no,
the valuation arises on how many people get on board and then pump that crypto up. Really, that's where the valuation lies. How many people believe in that valuation, and being completely transparent. Kiki and I do not own any of these at the moment.
No,
like Kiki said, something that we've been investigating together. And I came across this article, and I thought, that's quite interesting. And Kiki, can you share the charts?
Yes, that's what we're going to do.
Share the chart. Chart.
We'll look into Sand first.
Okay. So let's have a look. Where was Sand in?
So let's look at
November.
Monthly. Right.
Oh, mate.
Look at that. I don't want to tease you too much, but so forget. Okay. Look at this monthly chart. So forget the smaller charts for now, right? So we started off in around March this year. So we went up to tested around 80 cents. And then came all the way down to 15, no, lower than that. 15 cents basically. And that was in June, summer this year. Again, see, like we were saying before, there was no talk of Metaverse or at least no public hype of Metaverse in June, in summer, right? And I'm also like also one of the people that hold my hand up. Like I didn't research enough into this, even when I started hearing about NFTs about 4 months ago, right? Because I'm in a design, so obviously in design art space, NFTs will start talking about very, very early on. So I hold my hands up, say even I was slow at this point. You know, even I was a bit sleeping on that sort of thing. But this shows, you know, we want to be learning, we want to be active, we want to be constantly investigating, because you never know with these things, right? So then we went into, and then so if we look at it a bit more recently, so then basically what I'm showing Martin is November just gone. Let's where are we? October. Okay. Oh, sorry, October. Sorry. So October. So September, October, and the lowest we had is October. Just on 25th of October, right? October, November. So not less than less than 2 months ago.
Yeah.
November. 3 months ago. Sorry.
So, Kiki, if you had invested, let's say,
what was it? 62 cents. It was right.
Hold on. So let me just get this right, mate. Hold on.
Go for it.
I've got my calculator out. So it's 62 cents.
62 cents, and currently it's $5.
Okay.
Gonna do some magic maths. I'm gonna do like a like sound effects in the background, like or you know that.
All right, so it's gone up by 8,000% basically.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know. You did the maths. I'm not very good at maths.
Now it's saying 8,000.
So if you had basically do it like this, if you had like, if I put let's say $2,000 into that at 58 cents,
yeah,
and now it's $5, how much would I have? I think so I think I'd have, so let's do this. I'm bad at maths, as you can tell. So let's just say it's 60 cents, right? So say I put $2,000 into it, 60 cents.
$2,000. Let's be normal. No one's getting.
All right. Oh.
Okay, no. If you'd already made money in Bitcoin, right? Then you would.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. So I think that's reasonable as well, because people have been putting money into it. So I think that's, and putting a bit of yours in a pot, and then
times 8,000, right?
So if you had
16 grand.
16, yeah, exactly. So if you had put $2,000 into this and I don't want to be sounding like a Shiba guy here or something, like if you put this in, if you put that in, but what I'm just showing you and saying is like, these are some projects that inevitably these are going to keep coming up of different things, right? So one thing that we, even me and Martin, so we're not saying we've done this, right? Even we have to be on alert on these sort of things, on these projects which are viable. Now, we know whether Sand and Mana last for more than 5 years, we don't know. We're not predicting that. We're not saying. What we are saying, though, is these two are things, and these two in the metaverse and whatever technologies come out are the ones currently in the metaverse that are leading. So they have something behind them, right? They have something. Right. And so whether that's...
I was going to say, let's take another view, right?
Yeah.
With Christmas coming, Christmas year round, and New Year coming, you know, a lot of people in the new year look at potential investments going forward, right? As a potential investment going forward, let's say you can afford to lose 200 quid, right? Yeah, going out in London is going to cost you more than 200 quid for that one night.
Exactly.
Right? It's going to cost you more. So let's say you don't go out because it's lockdown, right? You don't go out, right? Think, okay, well, that 200 quid where I would have spent it in going out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sling that into one of these.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the have you got a daily chart of this thing?
Yeah, there's a daily.
Right. So you look at the daily chart. Is obviously it is coming down, but it's almost basing.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost basing. So, right.
Just right.
You say, well, actually, I'm going to stick some in there. I'm going to, it's just below that. Yeah. So I'm going to stick some in there and buy 200 quid or 100 quid, whatever it is, and see what happens. Because that's the money I would have spent going out. If it goes up, great. If it goes down, well, I was going to spend that money anyway.
It was going to go anyway.
Right. Can you do us a favor? Can you go back to, can you bring up a Bitcoin chart?
Yeah, sure. Move this out of the way. Okay.
Right.
Where do you want me to go back to?
The beginning.
Okay.
Go back to the beginning, right? So I don't know if you can highlight that area there where it came off. Right?
Yeah.
This is what I was saying to you about me and Stuart, right? And how it went up and then it came down and then it just shot up.
Actually, yours would have been where you and Stuart were talking about. That would have been
200.
Actually.
You would have, yeah.
Look.
Yeah, I'm just saying, can you highlight it?
Yeah.
Can you highlight it? So what happened was that was the rise there.
It would have been this. It would have been this little one. This one here. Look, so it went up here to around 700 and then crashed here to 400. That's it.
And then Stuart was like, because Stuart told me then at 800. All of a sudden, I didn't buy it. And then look what happened.
This one here.
And I'm not saying that's likely to happen, but if you look at, Bitcoin wasn't well known at the time. Yeah. All of a sudden there was a hype. You can feel the hype building around the meta universe, can't you? And you or not?
Yeah.
Let's take a step back and go, actually, there's more main press talking about it. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. Whether it's a viable investment, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? I'm in it to make money. I don't care if it works or not. Just make me the money. Right? As Jerry Maguire said, show me the money. Right? So, if you look at this, and I think, well, actually, if I had invested, like Stuart said, $1,000 into Bitcoin, how much would I have made? Yeah, how many Bitcoins would I have bought? Right? I bought 7, 8 Bitcoins.
Yeah.
Right? He was absolutely right. Now, I'm not saying the coins that we're talking about now are necessarily going to do that. But what I am saying is there's a slightly, with Shiba and the others, the vibe is different. This vibe is more, there's a real world application, or not real world, but
there's an application. Like there's a technology like the Metaverse. It's obviously
are Nike going to get on board? If Nike get on board, Reebok get on board, and all of a sudden, bang, this could happen. This could really happen. And I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying it could really happen. On the converse, it could go down like a ton of bricks. No one knows. Right? No one knows, right? But what I am saying is that you as an investor take a step back, and in investing, you've always got to say, as a trader and investor, what am I prepared to lose? As an investor, you don't really want to lose anything, but your way of ascertaining stuff, working out whether it's a viable proposition or not, is slightly different to when we're working on cryptos, right? Because again, it's hard to actually value. Because if you buy a house, you buy this, it's easier to value.
I just want to show them this as well. Just tell them what we were talking about. So I'm quite a company that makes sneakers and NFTs for the Metaverse. I don't want to say, but I want to say the proof is in the pudding, right? These are companies that are fashion that are getting into tech, right? Why would companies? Because I'm not saying Nike know that this is going to pop off. No. Nike are seeing that there is a potential of this popping off, so they wouldn't have chucked billions into this, right? They wouldn't have. I don't know if they say. I actually haven't mentioned how much they. But they wouldn't. Exactly. They're putting in throwaway money. They're putting in money that they may be taken out of the marketing budget, the money they have to spend every year for tax purposes. They just chucking it. Oh, here's a project. Bang. Let's see if it works. Let's see and if it does happen, they're geniuses, right? Yeah. If it doesn't happen, nothing happens. It just gets swept under the carpet. Just another one of those projects that they tried. And that's exactly the same mentality that we can also take as well by not. Again, as I want to say, if like what me and Marttand are doing, by not risking too much of what we're putting in.
Don't bank the house on it or anything else.
That's not what we're doing. But at the same time, there's a seriousness to this because there's a project, a viable thing that is happening, that is selling, whether we understand it or not. I understand. I know that even inside, me and Martin are still like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? But whether we understand it or not, if you want to take opportunities and you want to see, this is what they're looking like at the moment. And sometimes I know, there was a good saying that if it's too good, it's likely not true, right? What's that saying? I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm too young for it.
If it's too good to be true, it's probably not true.
It's probably not true, right? But at the same time, like, that term is sort of diluting it as we go, because the way we see it now, all these coins, like Martin said, Shiba has a completely different fight, right? And Dogecoin has a completely different fight. Whereas this is in a technology. This is something that a lot of companies are quite, we don't see. We've gone past the stage where companies have been like, yeah, we'll take crypto on. There are some companies out there that say, yes, we take crypto as a payment, but that's as far as it goes, right? Whereas this is like,
I've got something else. Another
thought go for it.
Into my head.
For it.
It's the universe.
The ideas are coming through.
Elon, are you listening to me, mate? Just wait for me to buy lots of sandbox and decentralized land, and then make a Tesla for the meta universe.
Oh, right, there we go. And Elon said he wants to move everyone to Mars. What he didn't say. Put
a virtual Mars in there. Put a virtual Mars in there. Elon, if you're listening, I haven't bought anything yet, mate. So give me a couple of days, and then I'll buy some. And then can you tweet that out somewhere?
There we go. Let's have a look at CoinMarketCap or CoinMarket. Is it CoinMarketCap
CoinMarketCap
Sand, and then we'll have a look, because I haven't actually even looked into
No, nor have I actually.
Yeah, right.
So what's the market cap?
So currently, 4 billion. 4 billion. Yeah, 4 billion.
Yeah.
Wait, is that for this one? It is, right? Yes.
Yeah, it is. So a lot of money, man.
Volume circulating at the moment is 779.
Volume's dropped off a little bit.
Yeah. So here's, if anyone wants to know the markets that are selling, Binance, the USD Tether, obviously you can convert these sort of things. Obviously USD Bitcoin, which is the easiest one. So Binance are doing it. Oh, Kraken have it. That's fantastic. I love Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken do have it. I did look, actually. When I read that article, Kraken have it, and what's the other crypto one that I've got? Yeah, Coinbase. Yeah, they do have it.
Yeah, that's good. And let's quickly have a look at the other one as well. So we've got Sand, and then we've got Mana.
Yeah,
there we go. Decentraland. So here, 5 billion. We got one. Just over 1 billion in circulation. So more. I'm in the wrong one. So 1.8 billion in circulation, and just over 1 billion in volume. And then currently, in terms of the market for this one, so this is Binance. We also got Kraken as well. Okay, great. Coinbase. Okay, cool. So both on Coinbase, both on Binance. I know what I'm going to be doing in a couple of hours.
I'll tell you what, Kiki, let's do a thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You and I. Couple of £100.
Yeah, let's do it.
Couple of £100 in each one.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Right?
Yeah, let's do it. And what we'll do
in each one, and then we'll see what it could go to zero. Hey, I'd have spent that money on presents. Kids, you're not having any presents.
No, you meant to say to them, kids, I'm buying you.
Now, Father Ralph has gone rogue, man. Father Ralph has gone rogue.
I think that's a good idea. So let's do that, and then we're going to keep everyone updated with how we're doing on that.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Because you know what?
I like that.
The more I read about it, although I'm more of a skeptic than I think you are, right? But when I read about it, and I was thinking, well, you know what? There could be something in it. I don't know. I don't really know. But all it needs is one celebrity to go on, and all of a sudden, I mean, where I think it's mad is where you're paying 2.4 million for a piece of virtual land. I just that don't make sense to me, right? That still doesn't make sense to me, right? that I think that's a long way. If we ever get to that, these coins will be worth a lot more, right? If we ever get to that. But at the moment, you know, it's just worthwhile saying, okay, well, is there potential in it? There may well be potential in it. Can I afford to lose 200 quid? Yeah, or 100 quid or 50 quid? Why not? Just to see what it's like, right? Just to see what it's like, you know? Like I said, you know, going out in London for one evening, it's going to cost you more than 200 quid. Yeah, getting an Uber there, getting an Uber back, buying all the bloody drinks, buying all the food. Forget it. Yeah. And I'm in lockdown, so
exactly. It's all COVID around as well. So
yeah. I'm in lockdown. So, there you go. And there's no COVID in decentralized land. So there's no lockdown. So there's no lockdown. I can wander. I can go eating with my friends, man.
Yeah, God.
Pick it up.
I think we're finding we're coming up with so many pros now.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'm just saying I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, that's good. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna keep you guys updated on this and how we're doing as well.
Yeah.
And,
I think
this will be exciting. This will be exciting.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. And then any other coins that come in. Do you want to just talk about decentralized land and the other coin? I mean, decentralized land is actually just land itself in the digital platform, whereas the other coin basically is actually paid, a currency that you pay with.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have a quick look at the other chart because we didn't do that. So we had a look at sand. So here's the other one, Mana, Mania. Right? Yeah. So Mania, and the ticker is MANA on that one.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got here.
A little pullback. Could we go ballistic? I think we may well go ballistic, right? But yeah, if you wanted to play it safe, you would go until it goes over that, until that red line makes blue, basically.
Exactly.
Over that amount. Really.
Exactly. But similar to sand again.
Yeah, there is another support. Yeah, where your cursor is right now.
Yeah. So we're so this could be a good time. So we'll definitely be keeping you updated on this. So yeah,
let's get on my phone.
That's what we're doing after. So Marttand, is there any just general updates and stuff that you wanted to pass on whilst we're at it?
Should we just go back to the normal screen?
Yeah, we'll go back to normal screen. Stop sharing. Here we go.
Okay. First of all, last week, if you followed us, I said to you, it's going to be the camera. You know, everyone's like, oh, and it's going to go down. And all of a sudden, it went whoosh all the way up, and then it went whoosh all the way down. Yeah. That's what you were anticipating, right? Now, in the markets right now, there is a lot of fear in this market at the moment. A lot, right? The fear is, no one knows what COVID's doing, blah, 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 blah. For me, there's no question that this market is overvalued, right? There's no question about it. But when is that top occurring? We could be in the process of a topping pattern. Yeah, we could well be in the process of a topping pattern, but I think the top won't occur until the new year sometime, right? We could see a Santa Claus rally, although the market's come down a long way. It did come down, so it went all the way up to the NASDAQ, because I follow the NASDAQ quite a bit, it went all the way up to 16,400, and then I actually shorted it then. Right? I shorted it then, got into my shorts, and then bought back too early, far too early, thinking, that was it, and then just tanked after that. And then yesterday I bought back into it. I went long yesterday, right? Because I thought it's overdone, it's due for a bounce, and lo and behold, it bounced this morning. I think it can maintain its bounce, and we may get a little Santa Claus rally. I think. But if it goes, and this is not financial advice, guys, right? This is not financial advice. I am praying to God it goes back to 16,400, because I'm going to short the shit out of it. Sorry, on my language. I'm going to short the shit out of it, right? I am. I've been short this market and I've lost a lot of money. Been long in the market, yeah, and I got it wrong. But now I feel confident that I am getting it right with what's going on. So yeah, so if it goes up to, and that's not to say that it won't come back up again, but I think that will be a topping pattern for me personally. And I'll short it and I'll ride that wave down, and then see what happens really. But yeah, if you look at bring up your chart of, hold on, let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on. Where's share screen? Share screen. Host disabled participation screen sharing. What, you don't like me anymore?
It's because I told you, because I'm on secure lockdown, mate. Secure lockdown.
I'm Daddy L. Get off, man.
Try that. Should work now.
Yeah. I have to go to this one, don't I? And then I have to go to that. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Right. Actually, we were talking about Pfizer, weren't we, before?
Oh yeah, we'll bring that up as well.
We were talking about Pfizer volatility. Oh, there you go. Nasdaq volatility index. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if Nasdaq volatility index rises, it generally means that the market's is more likely to go down than up. Right?
Yeah.
If Nasdaq, Nvidia, that's what I want to talk about. Right? Hey, Kiki, good man, right?
Love it.
If you look at the 4-hour chart of 2-hour. Daily chart.
Daily. Yeah.
So you can see that what's happened is that the video has actually broken the 200 day. It will go back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will go. No, this is the 50 day. Yeah, it will go back up. Yeah. And that's where I think the Christmas rally could come in. So a lot of these markets then bounce because they'll think it's an overextended bounce.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I am anticipating a bounce. Tesla, I hate Tesla anyway. But yeah, look at Tesla. Yeah, it's now due for a corrective bounce up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was a lot. Did you read the article about the EV market?
I didn't actually. I haven't.
Yeah, so a lot of them were saying that the number of EV sales that they think next year will actually not be that great, or not greater than what they'd anticipate.
What they're doing. Yeah.
And obviously that's come down. That's the E-mini futures as well. Nasdaq again. I am long, so let's check. Let's check if I was right this morning. I know I was right overnight. Yeah, it's going in the right direction. There you go. I have to make back my Bentley, mate. I have to make back Bentley. I have to sell my Bentley. Right, you can see what. Look, again, it goes back to hype, guys. Right? If I think in the new year, which is why we were talking about, all the Metaverse stuff. I think that could be the next thing that they'll talk about in the new year. And the Sunday papers, I've been around for a long time. They'll talk about, the future could be this, the future, and it will bring back that little buzz, right? Bring back that little buzz. I'm not saying it will, a potential possibility that can happen, right? So we talked about S&P, we talked about US 100, same. So if you look at coffee, they're all, I actually also think now, natural gas, again, you can see what's happening with natural gas. Silver.
Yeah.
I missed that, right? I actually bought it here, right? I rode it up and I sold it, made a good profit, and then was waiting for a retest back down. This looks like it's correcting back up. And I think your gold chart will be equally as good, right? Oil's taking a beating because of gold. Right?
Yeah.
If you look at that gold chart, it looks as if it's on
just on a trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at a weekly chart,
December, come on.
December, mate. Kiki, yes, man, it's gonna happen, right?
Get it.
It's gonna happen. So that once it breaks above that,
look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah?
Look at that.
Once it breaks above that, expect new. Everyone will then pile in. And
we need, yeah.
It'll be a
then they're going to be like
bang.
gold in the metaverse, gold in the metaverse.
So that will definitely happen, right?
Yeah.
Sugar again, same thing. Copper futures, they were lower. They're obviously increasing this year. Now, Dow Jones, right? This was yesterday's move. Big down gap. It has to fill that gap. There's another gap up here that needs to fill. That's what I'm anticipating during maybe Santa Rally or during next year.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, I'm anticipating it actually rising back up. When it rises back up, there's a point that I'm going to short the shit out of it. Right? Because I think, well, that's it. We've seen that move now. And we're more likely to see a corrective pattern down, basically. It could be a 10% move, could be a 15% move, but yeah. So that's what I'm hoping for on the Dow Jones, right? Silver, like I said to you, I'm waiting for a little pullback, but I don't know if I'll get one, Kiki. I don't know if I'll get one. Yeah, silly guy. I bought it right here. You can see where the support was, right? But then what happened was I was actually short and of other things. I was thinking, bloody hell, okay, I'm not going to carry two just in case this turns the other way. I'm not going to carry two. I'll drop it. I've made a profit. I'll drop it to actually bank that. And yeah, it just went the other way. It happens in trading. Right? Bitcoin again. If you look at Bitcoin, if you look at the monthly chart on Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin is that healthy personally. Right? I still think Bitcoin's not healthy because if you look at it on a monthly chart, you could say, well,
double
that's
top.
Right? Which then it needs to correct back down to this sort of level, right?
That monthly chart really needs to recover if that's gonna look any side to the upside. But at the moment, the way it's looking, with a couple of days left until the end of the month,
and I don't know if it will. Yeah, at the moment, it's on the 50-day. Yeah. So I think it could probably bounce around between the 50-day and the 20-day, right? And then make a leg down. And then make a new leg down. That's what my analysis tells me. I mean, obviously, look, if it breaks above 56, then it's obviously going to all-time highs again. It needs to step over this hurdle. Yeah, we were going back to decentralized land and stuff like that. Okay, so if you think about it logically, if you've made loads of money, you would sell some here and buy the other crypto and say, actually, I've got a greater chance of that working. Right? If you remember in our videos, I actually called it. If you remember, I said I've sold everything there because everyone was so bullish. Everyone was so bullish. Yeah, including Michael Sayer.
They would be.
He's got loads of. He's got. Brain dead, right? Yeah, he's put everything into it. He's brain dead, so he's got a book to talk up anyway. That's not to say that it won't go up. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I don't know, but in this trend at the moment, it does look like a positive trend. A positive trend would be that 20-day beginning to curl up, right? 20-day curling up, and then
if you know anything about the charts, you will know that this doesn't good.
So it at the moment it's in a downtrend. You can see that, right? So unless it breaks out of this 20-day up here, then forms a flag pattern, you get back into it. But I'm not so sure. I'm not 100% sure about this. I think it may have had its day in the sun. I think
we got more interesting ones to focus on anyway. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's about it, really. Again, the house builders are doing really well. The UK house builders have had a good run.
Yeah,
they're again having a good run. So I would wait to see what the house builders are doing again. But again, yeah, they all had a little bit of a corrective pattern, but they're all moving up.
Because what we've also got is we've got a lot of these, even around here, Milton Keynes now, a lot of stuff that is now selling, like this completed, because obviously because of COVID and stuff, we had the elongated building process, and obviously a lot of these developments usually do start like bigger scale and at the same time. So once they start, their sales is always around a similar period. So that's why we'll start to see a lot of them. And then so some projects will start and we'll have a drop off again, and they'll go back, continue going back up. That's normally the pattern you still will see with a lot of these bigger developers.
Agreed.
But yeah.
So what I think we should do is in the new year, come back in the new year, talk about everything. I do expect some sort of Santa rally. I do, right? I do. Whether it started today, could well have started today. It's not going to be a massive move, but it will be maybe a Santa rally. Hope and build up to make it, because a lot of things are oversold at the moment. So we could well get that. That'll be great for me.
Yeah.
It gives me a chance to short further up top, basically. But apart from that, what are you doing for Christmas?
Well, have to see, because there might be a few COVID cases. So it might be a lockdown.
You're in the jungle,
Christmas.
You're in the jungle. You're in the jungle.
But, like the wise master Marttand said, if you are in the jungle, a wise elf,
daddy elf, mate. Today I'm daddy elf.
If you are in the jungle, locked in, then use your money somewhere else. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll keep you updated. And in January, hopefully, we'll have a big smile on our face, or be crying, either one of those. So, no, either way, I know we'll have a smile. We always push through, regardless. So, but I hope this episode has been helpful to you. Like, so just to recap. Well, obviously, again, just a disclaimer: this is not financial, but this is just what me and Marttand are doing, and you guys know that. So, whether you guys want to learn and take from it and do your own research, fantastic, great. But we are obviously looking into.
If you do your own research and you discover something that we haven't, please share it.
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to know. The more the community shares about other things that they're looking at, the wiser we grow together.
Exactly. And
look, if I can look at the charts and say,
that's exactly what I was going to say. If there is a project that you guys feel might be viable, send it to us. We'll do our analysis, research, and then share it with you and tell you what we think. And we'll obviously always give you an honest opinion. It's never going to be biased. So basically, no, that's a really good idea. And we'll start our new project Metaverse and we'll put a bit of money into this, and we'll keep you updated on how much we put in, and we'll keep you updated on how that goes. And that'll be a bit more fun.
And then exactly. And that is, you're in it with us, and we'll see what it goes. And we're not saying that you can make loads of money. We're not saying it could go to zero. Who knows?
Exactly. There we go.
But, one thing that we would like to do is wish you all a safe and happy Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? And we will see you all in the new year.
And a happy new year. And a happy new year as well. And we will see you in the new year.
And this could make you a billionaire. Meta Universe takes off. Look at it.
I'm aiming what's after trillionaire? I'm aiming for quadrillionaire, by the way, because I'm already a billionaire. So this could make me a quadrillionaire and make you a billionaire.
All right. Yeah, you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, but please remember, share, like. We're trying to grow the channel.
And subscribe.
Help us. You're part of our community. Help us. And we try to make it informative, but funny and entertaining.
Right?
Exactly. That's our thing. There's loads of people going, look at this job. Look at that.
Yeah, so see.
We ain't that. We ain't that.
We're here to have a good time.
Entertaining. Yeah. Exactly. Entertainment, fun. And you're learning something, right?
Exactly.
That's our Meta Universe thing.
There you go. Exactly.
Are you going to bring me a Meta Universe image, by the way, next time?
I'll send you a Meta Universe Christmas present.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Yeah.
Take care. Stay safe. Most of all, stay safe. Look after your health.
Have a
Yeah,
fabulous
and have a
Christmas,
good
yeah?
Christmas, and we'll catch you in the new year.